Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be talking about the Right Guild Battle shared ripoff. Compared to this Guild Battle shared ripoff is a lot better than the actual one right here. Because this one has higher chance and this one has super exclusive monsters that you would only get through here. And let me tell you right now, this is actually a Ranked Guild Battle spawn. Because, oh man, these are like the top tier monsters. These are like the best monsters you could possibly get for Ranked Guild Battle. Kairat, Aquarius, Tormillion. These are some really rock bomb monsters you could get for the Ranked Guild Battles coming up, because these really will help you out like a lot, and these are really good monsters. And yes, these are extremely hard to get because these will only appear in super selected featured gear spawns, and usually they will not actually give these out or make spawns with these monsters at all. So this is very good in general. And right here, as you can see, there's like 2 to 4 tickets, and that there's 5 to 2 medals. Now I know for a fact, as I was looking at this earlier, that they actually have at least 3 tickets. I think they have 4, but they at least have 3, and they at least have 6 medals compared to this one. I was looking at this earlier. I know for a fact this only has 2 of the tickets, and so far as I see, and this only has 4 of the medals. Not 4 of the medals, 4 of the purple tickets. So these have a lot more featured prizes. So these, on top of having featured monsters that are hecka better than this spawn right here, they have higher rates to actually get the tickets. Not just the tickets, but the featured prizes in general. Now, another thing I like about this, besides the rates up as well, is you can get 1,000 medals on your second prize and 500 on your third. So for the second prize, you could choose between getting the second ticket, unlike the first shared bonus, or you could save up to get the other ticket, the purple ticket. So that's pretty cool. You have the option to use it on what you want. You can choose between the second ticket, or you could save up to get the first ticket. You could get the other stuff too, but I pretty much wouldn't recommend it, is what I'm trying to say in a shorter sentence, shorter words, so I can make this video shorter. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the shared bonus spawn or really don't know much about it, first things first, just because you see all this stuff doesn't mean you're going to get it. In fact, you're likely to get garbage. So don't spawn wildly, don't spawn rapidly, and don't spawn randomly, or you probably, for the most part, I'm not going to say definitely, but probably will not get any of the featured gear, and you're going to leave empty-handed. Now for those of you, I'm still going to continue what I was trying to say, my bad. Next, rates. How you can increase your rates. Tips you can increase your rates for the shared bonus. First thing is, I'm not sure if a lot of you have been doing this, but you want to do the 30 spawn. I usually only do the 30 spawn. I might switch to 10 spawns if I don't have lots of gems, but if I have the opportunity and I'm doing a shared bonus, I always go for the 30 spawn. Reason is, I've seen a couple YouTubers doing spawns, and usually, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but the more they do the spawn, the less they actually get from the spawn in a short amount of time. So this is actually implemented by A-Team, and this is actually how the rate system works. The more you spawn in a short period of time, the more rapidly you spawn in a short period of time, the lesser rate you have. And considering that you're going to be getting three times more the amount that you would in the 10 spawn, and you both spawn once for both of them. You don't spawn 3 times for the 31. You spawn once just like you would in 10. You're getting 3 times more the amount. That's why I recommend it, because you have a higher rate. It's pretty much higher rates. It's pretty much, you're gonna have a higher chance to get what you want. I always do the 31. I usually don't mess with the 10 ones unless I don't have the gems, and I don't mess with the 5 ones, and don't mess with the 1 ones at all. You want to go for the 30 spawn if you can, and if you can't, you can go for the 10 spawn, but for the most part, I recommend the 30 spawn, because that's where your rates will shine, and that's where you will get more of the featured prizes. I've done this spawn before. Did it 10 times, 3 times. I did the 30 spawn first, and I got the purple ticket on my first try. Then I did the 10 spawn, and from there I made it to from 171 to 117 featured prizes left, and only on my first spawn I actually got something good. The rest was garbage, and the rest I was doing 10 spawns for. So again, I recommend doing 30 spawn. The next thing I recommend doing, if you have your lucky number, if you know your lucky number, implement it. Do not go any higher than 5 on your lucky number. Reason being is, You want to wait for your lucky number. You generally want to stay at your lucky number. You don't want to make any expectations. I mean, not expectations, but you don't want to lower yourself, or you don't want to lower your standards for actually when you should spawn. But considering that 5 or lower would be a great number, because usually you'll see people either doing 1 or 5 spawns. So right then, there, and now, you would be set to go. This is just in case people do 10 or 30 spawns and they get what you're trying to get before you do. You wanted to spawn 5 or lower. If it's 5, or if it's any higher than 5 on your lucky number, don't spawn it at all. Wait until it gets lower. That's what I usually wait for. I'd only wait for 175 lowest. I don't like doing 175 at all. I usually wait till 174 or lower, to be honest with you, because I'm not very fond of waiting not at my lucky number. Like, I would like to wait as close to my lucky number as possible. 171, 172 is definitely a good to go for me. So if it's like 1 or 2 higher, it's definitely good to go. But if it's like 5 higher, it gets iffy right there. If it gets any lower than 5, then it's definitely worth the spawn at your lucky number. Now, if you don't know your lucky number or what your lucky number is, a box spawn. Let's say if you'd have a box spawn with 500 or more featured prizes, and they have a summoning scroll in there, continue to spawn and continue to spawn until you get the summoning scroll. And I would do this multiple times, so that way you can figure out where your lucky numbers are and you can implement them. Now, the lowest one you get your summoning scroll at is the one you want to implement when you're doing, or pretty much use, and what I'm trying to say is when you're doing the shared bonus. So that way you actually have the highest rate possible of actually getting the featured gear themselves. Not the featured gear, but the featured prizes itself from the shared bonus. So implement those 2 strategies. Make sure you wait for your lucky number, and when you do the 30 spawn. It hasn't failed me yet, completely at least. I've always at least gotten a sub featured prize. Like, I've never gotten anything lower than the 3rd prize using this strategy and tactic. So this really does help me, and I've spawned over 4 shared bonus spawns with this tactic, and one of them I got so lucky to even get 5,000 medals and the summoning scroll on the first try with this. So this tactic really does help increase your rates, and it really will help you get a lot more in your share bonus. With that being said, let's get on to the feature gear and the medals themselves before this video gets too long. I would not recommend doing these tickets right here, because I'm gonna tell you off the bat. Oh yeah, they have the ether stuff right here and all that stuff if you don't want any of the tickets, but I highly recommend going for the tickets. I do not recommend at all going for the featured ones right here, the featured armor weapons, because this is all cost 32, cost 31, and cost 30 stuff that really doesn't have any useful skills for ranked guild battles. Now, if you don't have a lot of gear score, like say if you're around that 325k mark or lower, then I can recommend this just for gear score. But other than that, I do not recommend this. This does not really have any helpful skills or anything really built towards the ranked guild battles themselves, so I do not recommend this. This ticket right here though is great. I mean, besides the fact that they have 1 free-to-play monster for each element, they have Stir, TYR, Gigantes, Nesha, and Gerstina right here. Other than that, this spawn is really good. They have the featured stuff like right here, like they said, and then the rest of the monsters you could either use for like your 33 cost. You can awaken them so that way you can get higher gear score, or you could use them in general. Now, there's a lot of monsters in here that you can use for player versus player that help you. Patty Marie can help, Horus can help, Tristan can help, Lariel can help, Cleopatra, Kairat, I wouldn't say Tsukiyomi, I wouldn't say Galileo, Romeo can help, Grammy can help, Napoleon can help, I think Sphinx can help, Tourbillon, Aquarius. There's so many monsters in here that will help you with player versus player, and these monsters are very high tiered. These are some really good monsters, so I recommend if you can do these, if you can get these tickets and do these spawns, to do them. But again, be careful because it's a shared bonus. They will have higher rates, but other than that. But anyways, going on to the red ticket. The red ticket will have lower rates considering that this is a purple ticket is actually harder to get, so a team knows what to prioritize over one another, so they're pretty much telling you the purple ticket has a lot higher rates. I'm not sure the rates of these, but the only difference that besides the rates between the red and blue ticket is they have Simone and Emogus. Emogus and Simone are really good monsters still, but if it comes to ranked guild battles, like if you're heading into the ranked guild battles and you need something newish, I'd highly recommend going for the purple ticket, because the purple ticket's where all the, well, everything's in the red ticket that's good, but the purple ticket has higher rates. So there's that, and I pretty much covered the spawn. hopefully this helped, and this is the AzureWrath, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.